Hey, glad you came back. Hey, so look, today I'm going further with cooking my rabbit. So the last video you saw, I was breaking the rabbit apart, cutting it up. And this time I took some of those pieces and I made a braised rabbit in a mustard sauce. Okay? And I used my Tagine, which is basically an African Dutch oven, right? I know you saw thumbnails, but this is what we made. Yeah. Braised rabbit with mustard sauce on a bed of rice. My mouth is just watering. I've been craving this for quite a while now. They have some. You get a piece of this rabbit, his arm. With some rice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, truth be told, I'm probably going to be the only one eating this. Mama Shrashira might taste it, but I doubt it. But the rest of the peanut gallery, they've already said, just like the suckling pig I did, they're not going to eat it because those animals are too cute to be eaten. They better have that. But anyway, I hope you liked the video. Let's do some work. Let's get some work done.
Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard.
Okay, so pretty simple. I have a couple tablespoons of butter here, a couple tablespoons of olive oil, right? About a teaspoon and a half of tarragon, okay? I have some salt. I'm just going to use that to taste later on. About just over a quarter cup of Dijon mustard. I have about a third of a cup of heavy cream. I have a third of a cup of white wine, a nice dry white wine. I have 1 cup of chicken broth. I have 1 large onion that I've diced up finely, right? So small dice. Of course, we have our rabbit here, some rabbit pieces. It's not the whole rabbit, but just the rabbit pieces from our previous video. And here I have my seasoned flour. Now all this is just flour and black pepper. Okay? So let's start working this out. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna dredge our rabbit pieces in some flour, in our seasoned flour, and we're gonna be cooking them on the Tagine, right? If you don't have a Tagine, you can use a Dutch oven, okay? Or a heavy bottom skillet. You can use that too, okay? I just haven't used this in a while, so I wanted to use it, okay? Now, after we dredge it in the flour, we're going to add the butter and the oil to the Tagine, and we're going to brown the rabbit pieces on each side, probably about between 3 and 5 minutes on each side. Then we're going to remove them and caramelize the onions and then make the sauce. Okay? So let's get to it. Turn the fire on. We'll put it medium low for now. Add our oil. Our butter. Now the reason we add the oil and the butter is because we want to raise the smoke point of the butter. Okay, we just put the butter in there by itself, there's a chance it could burn because it might get too hot. So you add some oil to it. In this case, it's the olive oil. Add some oil to it so it raises the temperature of the butter so you can have a butter flavor at a higher temperature. Now, if you have to add more oil, more butter, you can. But we're going to start off with this amount. Okay, you may have to brown your rabbit parts, depending on how many of the parts you use. You might have to do it in batches. Okay? It's up to medium. Okay. Now I've got another pan here that I'll be putting the rabbit, the seared pieces on once they've been seared. I just want to check the temperature of the butter and the oil, so I don't want to put it in there until it's at least 350. So we're looking at about about 256 right now. Okay. We're gonna start adding our pieces. Take off the excess fat, the excess flour, sorry. I could probably get all these pieces I'm using in here. It'll be slightly crowded, but it'll work. There we go. Got about 3 more minutes or so before we flip them. I'm gonna check real quick. I may add some more olive oil here in a minute. But we'll see how it looks once I turn them over. See how we're looking. We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. About 1 more minute, and we're gonna flip them. All right, let's start flipping them over. Yes. Yes. There we go. Give this about a good 5 minutes. Maybe 4 minutes, because that's a good color right there. Okay, let's see how we're looking. Looking good. Yeah. Looking good. All right. Now about 3 minutes, and we'll take them off. Now we take them off, they're not going to be done. Okay? They're not going to be done. This just takes care of the browning, creating a fond on the bottom to make the flavor nice. Got roughly 2 minutes. Let's see how we're looking. We're looking very nice. Quite nice. Quite nice. All right, now we're going to take these pieces out. Set them to the side here. They're not done. But we have to caramelize the onions now. Right? We're going to unleash the sweetness of the onions. And as they sweat, it's going to deglaze the pan a little bit. But what we're going to do next is really going to deglaze the pan, so not really worried about that. But what I do want to do is slightly soften up the onions for now. Give them some caramelization, release that flavor. Because as you know, you take the onions and you start caramelizing them, they get sweet. They don't have that bitter taste that onions are so known to have when people try to eat them raw. So you cook them to get rid of that. I'm gonna add just a little bit more oil to this. A little bit more olive oil. Because the thing about rabbits, the meat is very, very lean. There's not too much fat on it. So you want to introduce fat when you're cooking with it. You know, when possible. You know, that if I would have put this on the grill, for example, I wouldn't be able to introduce the fat that I need because it's open. It would be open. It would be over an open fire. My mouth watering so much I can't even talk. The flavors is just out of control. The aroma, So I'll give this a couple minutes. Flatten it out. Let it sweat and steam. Now let's go give it just a couple more minutes. And then I'm going to add the white wine to it. And I'm going to let the white wine go for a couple of minutes. And then we'll add the chicken stock or the chicken broth. Now, the wine, it may be in here more than a couple of minutes. Just depends on what you're cooking with, because you want to cook the alcohol out. When you do that, that leaves you with a nice flavor, okay? Without trying to get people drunk. Now, if you know me, I do enjoy my alcohol. I don't get drunk, but I do enjoy it. But you want to cook that alcohol out, especially if you're going to be feeding it to underage individuals. Okay, now we want to add our white wine. Right? Deglaze the pan with that. Yes. So scrape up the bits. All that fond. I am very fond of fond. So let's get all that up. And you'll notice I'm using a wooden spoon because I'm not trying to scratch up my Tagine. Look at that. All of it's gone. Look at that. All that stuff that was caked on the bottom, it's all gone. Yep, and now it's going to be part of the sauce that we're going to be making here very, very quickly. I won't say quickly, I'll say very soon. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the chicken broth. The 1 cup of chicken broth that goes in. Okay. And we're going to add our tarragon in too, as well as the mustard. Tarragon goes in. Yes. Take my spatula, add the mustard. Yes. All mixed in. Turn the heat up just till it starts to boil. Now, once it starts to boil, we're going to turn it down to low and let it simmer. We're going to add the rabbit back to it. It's going to simmer for about an hour. See, it's starting to percolate now, so let's turn it down. Reintroduce the rabbit parts to it. Yes. There we go. Now this is going to simmer on low for an hour. Put the lid on, and we'll be back in an hour. Okay, so now we're going to let this simmer for about an hour, okay? And then once it simmers for an hour, we're going to then remove the rabbit parts from it, and then we're going to add our cream, and then just let that reduce. We'll probably just let it simmer for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, maybe 15, right? Depending on how it looks. I mean, you let it reduce the way you want it to reduce. If you want it thicker, let it reduce longer. If you want it thinner, don't let it reduce as much, okay? and then we'll garnish it with some parsley and plate up, and we'll be good to go. So I'll see you in about an hour for the next step. All right, so like I said, it's been simmering. It simmered for an hour, okay? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the rabbit from the Tagine, right? Or if you're using Dutch oven, remove it from your Dutch oven or pan or skillet. We're going to set it to the side. I have my oven preheating at 170 degrees, 175, right? Because you just want to keep it warm, okay? And this will also help you if you cooked it like a few hours earlier. You can put everything together. Just make sure you have an oven safe, a pan or Dutch oven, which Dutch oven should be able to go in there at that temperature. And then we're going to add, we're going to salt it to taste. We're going to add our heavy cream, okay? And we're going to add some parsley to it. Now the parsley is optional. That's why I really didn't mention it too much before. It can be fresh or dry, doesn't matter, okay? So let's get to that right now. And then after that, what's going to happen, once we add the cream and the parsley and such, we're going to let it simmer for a few minutes, just to thicken up a little bit. Like I said previously, if you want it to be thicker, let it cook longer. If you want it to be more thinner, don't reduce it as much. And then we're going to plate up. Let's do some more work. Okay. I'm going to take the lid off so we can finish the sauce. We'll take our piece of the rabbit out. Yes. Take our wooden spoon just to get the bits off the bottom. Right? Now we're going to add our cream. All the cream added. There we go. Now we're going to add some parsley. Now this is going to be dry parsley, which is fine. There we go. I didn't have any fresh parsley on hand, so the dry stuff will work just fine. I'm going to give this about 2 minutes, and then we're going to plate it up. Let me taste it with my tasting chopsticks. My tasting chopsticks so I can see if it needs any salt. Well, it tastes pretty good. Tastes pretty good. And this is about the right consistency that I want, but I'm still gonna let it go for 2 minutes so the cream can cook into it, so all the flavors can marry. And I'm gonna add the rabbit back to it. Yes. yeah. Let this go for a couple of minutes. Actually now, like another minute, and then we're gonna plate up. See you when we plate up. I didn't need to use any salt. The flavor was good. It could have been because of the amount of salt that was in the chicken broth, because I didn't make my own chicken broth. It was store-bought. And you know, those tend to be a little saltier. So that's probably what it was. Oh, hey, before you go, check it out. Go to my website, Shrashira.com. I have a new product there. It's a 3-pack, right? You can take me with you, right? Keep yourself cool. They're fans. Look at that. See that? Yes. Help support the channel if you can. 3-pack. Now let's get back to the video. All right. Hey, we did work today, right? If you like this video, if you like the recipe, try it out. Let me know what you think, okay? If you're not already subscribed, hey, go down, hit subscribe, join the peanut gallery. Hey, we have room for you, and our arms are always open. And you know what else? We'll even leave the light on for you at night so you can find us in the dark. Also, if we're not connected on Instagram, go to Instagram, put my name in, Shrashira, look for the gray cat, and let's connect. That being said, you saw what I cooked. I got to feed the masses. Let's get to it. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your day.